Well, the evidence is that there's some 40,000 women in our country who really don't speak any English at all, and perhaps altogether some 190,000 with very poor English. And obviously what we want is a strong and unified country with real opportunity for everybody. And opportunity isn't there if you're discriminated against or if you can't speak English. And so it's really important to get this right. I think it's quite right to say to people who come to our country that there are many rights that you have here. It's a fantastic country to live in, but there are also obligations that we should put on people who come to our country, and chief amongst them should be obligations to learn English, because then you can integrate, you can take advantage of the opportunities here, and you can help us to build the strong country that we want.
Hello everyone, my name is Diana Pazmiño, and today I'm going to present I Can Speak English Very Well, I Learned It From a Book. This is the analysis of how immigrants are represented in English survival courses. One of the courses designed to teach English to these immigrants who don't speak English is the course English My Way. This is a course that has been sponsored by the British Consul. It's designed to teach English to newcomers who don't speak English at all. The aim of the course is to develop basic language skills and confidence in immigrants, and also to integrate them to their local communities. It is implicit in this course that if you don't learn English, you won't have good employment opportunities. Very often, immigrants are stereotyped as subservient people in the curriculum and discourse that is taught in survival courses. The topics that are covered in this course are the next. The first set of topics refers to daily routines that immigrants might have. I didn't find any issue about this unit, except for the last one that refers to employability. Here we will find some stereotypes about immigrants.
My name is Nora. I'm a cleaner. I work in a school. I like my job.
My name is Abukar. I'm a packer. I work in a factory. I don't like my job.
Hello, I'm John Haverford. You must be Seema. Nice to meet you.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Please, take a seat. Okay, let's see. What was your last job?
I was a hospital porter for 8 months.
Oh, yes? Where did you work?
Benford Hospital.
We need someone quickly. When can you start work?
Tomorrow?
Okay, that's great.
These are the kind of jobs that immigrants are expected to have. Cleaners, chef, packer, hospital porter, shop assistant, etc. All of them subservient roles. Also, immigrants are often expected to be unemployed. As you can see here in this example that has been taken from the course, this immigrant Aziz says, I need a job, and he needs to go to the job center. Baker, 2011, said that it might be practically impossible to teach English language without acknowledgement of the culture, the cultural context in which it's used. However, British culture is not represented in this course, and immigrants are represented, taught, and expected to play subordinate roles in society. Now we're going to see an example of a famous Britcom that was produced in the year 1975. It represents an immigrant who learned English from a book, maybe a survival course. His name is Manuel. He's an Spanish immigrant in the UK. He works as a bellhop. He is not fully competent in English, and he has not developed intercultural competence either. He is often discriminated.
You see, I speak English well. I learn it from a book. Hello, I am English. Hello.
Manuel, you know nothing.
always say, Mr. Faulty, but I learn.
What?
I learn.
No.
I get better.
No, you don't understand.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do understand that.
You know nothing about the horse.
I know nothing about the horse.
Yes.
No, I know nothing. I am from Barcelona.
There is too much butter on those trays.
Okay?
There is too much butter on those trays.
No, senor.
What?
Not on those trays. No, sir. Uno, dos, tres.
No. I'm mucho burro Ali.
Okay?
I'm mucho burro Ali.
Ah, mantequilla.
Por favor, momento.
Sí.
Nothing, dear. I'm just dealing with it.
He speak good, how you say?
English? Oh, I don't know why you wanted to hire him, Basil.
Because he's cheap and keen to learn, dear. And in this day and age...
But why did you say you could speak the language?
I learned classical Spanish, not the strange dialect he seems to have picked up.
Let's reflect on the video. Manuel says, "You see, I speak English very well. I learned it from a book. I am English. Hello." Here, Manuel expresses his desire to speak English in order to be part of the British culture. When Manuel says, I learn, I get better, Manuel is expressing his desire to improve his English. I know nothing. I am from Barcelona. Manuel is being discriminated for being an immigrant. Then he says, this was said by Mr. Faulty, who's his employer. He says, he hired him because he's cheap and keen to learn. Manuel is being discriminated for not being fully competent in English. So these examples are presented, the ones from the book, they are also portraying what we can see in this Britcom that was produced 30 years ago, more than 30 years ago. And it also reflects what is the actual situation that immigrants who don't speak English are living in the UK. It's also interesting to see how not only in books or fiction, or also not only in books or fiction, but also in reality, this kind of discrimination happens against people who don't speak English. I'll show you the next video that was recorded last week after the referendum 2016.
I'm fucking born here.
Well, speak proper English then.
I'm fucking born here.
You born here?
I come to the young garage and I'll show you. I come to the garage and I'll show you, you know. I fuck you bastard.
So, to conclude, immigrants tend to be discriminated because of not speaking English and also because of their accent. Immigrants who don't speak English are supposed to play subservient roles in society, and that's the way they are portrayed in books, in survival courses specifically. And also, I think that it may be important to raise students' awareness about these kind of stereotypes that might be found in textbooks. Finally, I think that it would be important to include elements of culture in survival courses, so immigrants also became familiar to the culture of the new country where they are living. Thank you very much.
Speak proper English then.
I'm fucking born here.